Welcome back, survivors. I'm the Survivalist, and we returned to Nighthold number 1. We're continuing with our first chance of getting a look at the game and playing it out. Last episode, we just went through some of the very basic tutorial stuff. I may have soft-locked us a little bit from being able to craft a few things because I used up a piece of rope when we might have actually had to learn a recipe from it. But we're waiting for night to come along and just trying to get our way through and feeling out things a little bit further. So, looking at crafting, I've gotten everything I can craft here. There's not anything else I can really think of trying to make. I do... Actually, I want to... Okay, right. I wanted to see, because we did have our club break on us, and there's no rune club. So once an item breaks, it seems like it just is completely destroyed and gone. So I just want to see if there's anything like using the club. Okay, I can't seem to do anything with that to like break it apart. I can break down the bushes, but doesn't seem like that gave us anything resource-wise. Let's look and see if maybe there'd be a way, like, if I could try to find natural fibers, maybe that would let me open up the recipe for making up rope too, but doesn't seem like we're going to have much in the way of luck for that. And just trying to get a little bit of our bearings from around the general area. There's nothing standing out super close as a landmark that I want to try getting to before the night and the mist come again. We're going to try to be a lot smarter this time about dealing with them, and keeping inside and just seeing if we can repair the structure and hope it doesn't break. But with how long the day-night cycle is, if the night is truly as long as the day is, it might be... I'm not sure how it's going to feel to play, because it could be a lot of you're just stuck really long, slow wait out without anything to really do to interact with stuff for a while there. Maybe if I could get the bow and arrow made, or well, technically the bow made, I could use it to shoot at some of the things that are outdoors at night, and we could possibly take them down. But without the rope to be able to make that up, we're kind of stuck without much interaction at this point. Oh, though I do see... Okay, you know what? It's still a ways off before I think night actually hits. So maybe we can get lucky up here, because it looks like there's some... old wagon, maybe? Not entirely sure what this all is, but maybe we're going to be in luck and we can find another piece of rope here. Okay, what do we got in here? Just some soil. What about this box? Some dead insects. I guess I'll take them. I do find it also a little strange, like, it says that the insects should be fried, yet you don't seem to actually get anything better for cooking them. You just get trash food. So it feels like it's counterintuitive to what it's trying to tell you. Maybe if you cook that with something else for like a recipe, they're better? Oh, didn't even get anything from that one. But yeah, it just felt like a little strange to me. And there's nothing else I can really see in here for... Oh. There's that down. Might as well take that. And yeah, I guess just might as well eat that here. Okay, so it looks like you actually also have food slots in the top left. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Valheim, where you'll have like different food types, but this one, it does seem like you can have an overlap of the same one that still gives you effects. Once those three are full, though, I think you'll either have to wait for something to go down. Ooh. Okay, I meant more to possibly check about the bug, but I guess there's nothing there to do with that. Yeah, nothing I can do with that. Oh, okay, this is a way I could change the time of day better. I'm still not entirely sure what this little icon here is for. I thought it was almost like a floppy disk meant to save, but I can't interact with it, so I'm not entirely sure. That's that. Yeah, he's just got trash food on top of the box, I believe. We've already looted the chest for anything that it had. So I am a little bit at a loss of, like, what I can do right now. Okay, yeah, so there's night coming. Let me see if I can... So maybe I've got to put, like... Ooh, okay, that's interesting. You can right-click to move an item, but that also will move your camera at the same time. Let's say splitting that into 3. And it won't let me put that in as a fuel source, so... Okay, so torches in that all will need, like, a fuel they burn through. So I probably used up all the resin on stuff that I can't make anything up. Let me just see... I was just seeing if there's, like, a hotkey for that, but there's not. Okay, I can put a little bit in there. I can't put anything in the torch stand. Okay, we'll get those lit, and then just be ready up here to close this up, and I guess try to hold out to the next morning. Now, I don't think it's actually... Okay, it won't let us sleep until dawn when it's through the night. I'm wondering if that's because, like, maybe it's sort of like the thing where it's like enemies are nearby, so it won't let you rest up. Yeah, so all I think I can do right now... I do kind of wish that I could have it so that way this window isn't open, or, like, I could minimize it for, like, trying to do repairs. Because, like, if I close that off, I can't do anything now. So yeah, we just gotta wait this out and... Oh, come on. Open up. There we go. Once you have a means to fight back, or maybe, like, do more for defense-wise, I could see it being a little bit better for going through the night, but... With the first one being basically just slowly stay and let everything play out. It is a little bit of a drag for, like, your very beginnings. Maybe if there was a little bit more for tutorial of, like, make up so many torches and place so many around the spot, it might feel like it takes a little bit more time for it, and, like, more to do. But I do feel... I think the biggest impact is because I don't have the rope, I wasn't able to make up the pickaxe, and doesn't seem to be, like, a basics of tools you can make right off the bat. Like, you have to deconstruct some of the basic tools like the pickaxe, the bow, my guess also a hatchet or an axe to find eventually as well. And due to that, it kind of feel like you're a little bit more limited in what you're able to originally interact with as you start playing. Okay, so the house is at 95% calm, 92% durability, so it's actually holding on better than I thought it would. I just want to see if I can keep working around at keeping it up from being, like, torn right apart. And this doesn't seem like it's actually as decaying as much as I thought it would. Like, we're actually able to gain a durability back despite them chewing all around everywhere down there. Okay, I think it's starting to become dawn in just a moment here. Okay, our hammer broke, but we can make up a new one of those. There we go. Yeah, I kind of wish I had something else. Even if you don't have to, like, steadily repair all the damage they're doing. Just something I could have been working on in the meantime, although... we'll see what happens to them. Because I was stupid and got ourselves killed that first night for them. But it almost looks like they're petrifying. Okay, memory upgraded. Experience fragment record, memory slot upgrade available. That's those two things down, so probably want to set that as the new active. I'll also check in with the hermit just to see what he has to say. This is a miracle. We serve the night. There's time before the rot returns. What is this rot? Are you out of your mind? Have you fallen from the sky? I mean, literally, yes. The rot owns the night. It crawls up from the ground, hunting for living flesh. If you want to live, be at the Nighthold by sunset. What's that thing on you? It appeared a long time ago. Every day's getting worse. I'm afraid I'm rotting. Maybe this is the price for having survived, and you need help. Yeah, I'm getting worse. Help me. There's one remedy, an old recipe. It's called stewed crunch meat, my own invention. You need meat, a couple of pieces, 5 insects dead, not fresh, and carrots, 2 will be enough. Cook it all in the pot, don't burn it, smells important. When it's done, bring it hot. Maybe by evening, I'll be able to stand again. Here, take this. Come in handy. Okay, so that is blueprint for a hearty meal. Okay. And campfire pot we can now make up. Okay, but why can I not... That seems to be a bit of a bug. I can't seem to actually lower the... Yeah, I don't have an interaction now to lower this again. And there's nothing... Oh, is it because... Okay, well... Okay, so I can break these guys once they're, like, in this sort of state, so that at least clears them out. So I'll probably want to do that after... Ooh. What did I get from him? Sulfur. Okay, interesting. Oh, you know what? I might as well look at trying to see if I can store some of these items away so they're not fully on us at all times. Okay, so put the shoes in, because we won't really use that. I've got iron, but I can't really make anything with that right now. We've got the plates, so we'll toss... Actually, I might need the iron for the cooking pot. Should see right now. Of course, I need another rope. Okay, well, let me see. I want to see if I, like, shift-click... No, that doesn't send things over faster. I was just seeing if there's a way to, like, quickly move everything at once, but it doesn't look like it. So we'll just toss all that in for now. Alright, there's a sneaking component, but... Okay, thankfully I can access that from the ground level, too. Yeah, I'm just going to break all these guys in order to make sure, come the new night, they're not a problem. I would swing with my weapon, but given we're, like, around the foundations of the house here, I do think it's best just to completely break them like that. Okay, so that's in order. I know I need the rope, but I think what I'm going to do is actually focus on the task of finding this shuttle. Oh, and I also had another upgrade, but I don't know exactly what these do. Because I can't seem to drag anything from the right side into them. And I guess maybe we'll find something at this location ahead for it. Or at least I hope so. Yeah, we'll take that because we need a few dead insects. We've got the carrots for the recipe he asked us to make. But the rope is going to be the hardest part. I don't know where I would be able to start getting the things to craft it. Because with how much is requiring it, I do feel like that has to be a crafted item. Remains of large fauna detected. Flesh is absent, bones are fresh. They haven't gone through the disposal cycle yet. Chance of connecting life specimen above comfortable levels. Refresh your stealth moves. Oh. Okay, so although I don't see any right now, it's basically saying there might be things as big as that still in the area. Well, maybe not like in the immediate area, but there might be life forms of that size around. Okay, what is... Oh, I guess maybe if I have a knife, I could harvest the carcass a bit better. And I don't... Yeah, I can't hunt the antelope-looking things because I don't have anything for that. So let's just try to get to that escape pod that's over here. Okay, that's probably not good. Okay, yeah, that's a lot tougher than I think we can handle. I've got no weaponry for that. Yeah, I think all I can basically do is try to outrun it. Yeah, still after us. I'm hoping that there's not anything else. What I would probably suggest, if that piece of rope was, like, crucial for being able to, like, make progression and get items made and such like that, I would say make it instead of something that's used in any crafting recipe. It's more like a old frayed rope, like a key item that only has the use of it to be deconstructed. Okay, and we're not going to be able to get the escape pod because that is in an irradiated area, so can't do anything with that. So I guess I just have to try to look for anything else out here to interact with or get. Unfortunately, that's staying on us pretty good. I was hoping it'd be something, like, with enough distance it would just lose interest, but it's really not. Yeah, is it going to... Oh, come on. Yeah, I think it seems like these guys might not have anything for, like, kiting behavior, where it's like, you get so far away, they'll eventually just, like, go back to where they were. It's like, it feels like I've led one of them on for quite a while, now I have a second one to worry about, too. And they don't seem to want to go after any other wildlife, and are just continually on me. Yeah, just... Yeah, I am finding some rougher parts with, like, how it's going. If the rope was a key piece of equipment, it should not have been something you could use. Again, I know I was stupid about it, but I still think that's something you have to consider for it. I also do feel like this kind of... I guess it's maybe to, like, reload you a bit, but... It might be my computer with it. Okay, yeah, there. It was faster this time going through that. And I don't even know where I am now. Okay, I'm a ways off. I don't know why I'm back down here. But I'll have to head over, try to find my body, but... yeah, these things give them a leash distance. They'll follow the player for so long, but once it gets beyond a certain distance, then they just will leave it and go back to their regular spot. Not this, it'll follow you across the entire map once you've got it triggered once. Another thing is, again, when it says to, like, cook the insects, if the context of it says fried it'd be better, I don't think it should cook it into just, like, trash food. I think it should give you an actual proper food item. And yeah, it's still coming. Atmospheric disturbance detected. Presence of weather anomalies on planet confirmed. Let's go and see if maybe that would, like, get deterred by it. Possible interference from local factors. Do not approach, do not touch, do not take photos with the background. Okay, that's where we died. But yeah, they just will follow you to the ends of the world, it feels like. And the only weapon I have is the, Oh, come on. Just kill me here. Yeah, it feels like there's definitely been an oversight on the progression for, like, new player trying through. If the rope gets used up and you don't deconstruct with it, you basically feel like you're screwed without it. Because here's the thing. I can't make more of it, so I don't think I can progress for the cooking thing that's here. I can't make any tools, which would be to craft more items, to make more goods that could help us along. It feels like there's a little bit more thought that has to go through for, like, these beginning steps of it. And I don't really have a way I can even, like, reset us back to, say, start from beginning. I'd basically have to go right back to day one to go through the slow process of it all again. You know what? Let me see. Yeah, main menu. I'm going to try doing that. As it stands right now, not much has actually been done. So I just want to see if that is the case, if that's what the intention is. You get the rope, you immediately deconstruct it. If it's a case of it's, like, that important of an item, I'd highly recommend something that makes it so it's more apparent that you're not supposed to do that. Or makes it that way it's an item that can't be used in some other means, and kind of soft locks you from your progress going forward. I did notice something over here this time, though. It looks like a first aid box? Oh, a Cosmostim. Okay, I didn't find that on our first attempt here. And there is something more over here, too. Okay, what's in here? Oh, I wish I'd found this sooner. Listen to upgrade corporation to... or use to upgrade, and some more rope. Okay, so... no, but I'm now actually out of inventory space, so... and to craft that, I just need a few of those bushes. Okay. So let's quickly make the backpack up, grab that. Yeah, we've been through all this before. We're just going to skip through it. And go from there. Oh, okay, there's actually a lot more here that I should have been investigating first. Because, yeah, that's actually a knife that would be helpful for dealing with the wildlife. Okay, let's make that up so we got the backpack. And now let's start grabbing some of the important stuff back here. Okay, so what is this thing? System board, basic for the operation of technically complex devices. Now, is that something like upgrades? Okay, those we can slot into spots. Yeah, I'll take that now, so we got the rope. Okay, there we go. Just get that process through. Yeah, I'll keep trying to follow all the tooltips it gives us on the side there. I really should have been a little bit more observant of this area, because it was a lot more generous than I thought it was to start you off. I still do think there should be a bit of a failsafe in place, so... Oh, okay. Why can I not seem to be able to switch those around? Or are those like something on my character that I have to? Is it H? Okay, I was trying to see... Huh. It doesn't seem like you can actually switch out what tools you have on your hotbar, at least not that I can see offhand right now. God, I've already got one, but fine. I'll make that up again. Yeah, we'll drop it, because we don't really need it. And... okay, it's interesting that got removed so suddenly, because we haven't built anything yet. Yeah, I'll get these last containers opened up. There's a little bit more rope. And yeah, there's the map opened up, so we know. And we'll grab what we can here, and then go to that little house and see. There we go. That's equipped, so we got that. No, we don't want to make the workbench here. Yeah, I really gotta show I didn't actually get all that much done for running into that issue with the rope there. And something I'm so used to other survival games, you can immediately grab plant fibers or stuff like that, or grass or that, and make a rope without having like a prerequisite to unlock it. That caught me completely by surprise there. Oh. Good for weird stuff. Protein source located, da-da-da, yeah, we've been through that. Okay, so... okay, yeah, collect that. Now we have the option, because we picked up the knife, we can actually, I guess, like, skin up the bug or that, and we get a new component from it. So there are more options, depending on the tools you have at hand, for how to approach certain things. Okay, yeah, so it says save game with a campfire. Okay, that I'm missing a bit of... oh, well, we should be able to get the wood from right here. Yeah, I'll pick that up, that. There we go. We'll plunk a new one down right there. Rest. That just saves the game there. Okay, that's an order. I'll have the insect here, just to get our health up. And now we'll head in and talk to the hermit again. Yeah, who are you? Are you injured? Missed? Rot? Da-da-da. Yeah, so we get that. Oh. Was this in the corner the whole time? I literally built the crafting bench and didn't realize there was the hatchet right there. So I actually had access to one for far longer than I thought I did. Yeah, I really did a few dumb decisions on my end there. Okay, but if I bring the rope over, now it lets me, and I can deconstruct, and now I have the ability I can make that. That's where I really screwed up in attempting earlier. I do feel like with how easily it is missable as, like, consumable, it should be the case of, you'll want to have the player have a way of, like, not soft-locking themselves out of a rope, because unless you find one in container, you're not going to find one just idly on the ground, or, like, as all the other resources. So I would say, even if it's just, like, in one of the escape pods chests, or that, like, ruined rope or burnt rope at least gives you just the blueprint so you know you can break it down safely and then put it to use. I'm sure most players will be far smarter than I was there, but you do want to try to keep the full range of smarts and not so smarts in mind for it. And yeah, I don't think there's actually anything I can do with this. So we'll just leave that be. There we go, that's made up. Okay, looks like it does need a pillar. I do have to admit, okay, there's something a bit weird where we're trying to place things underneath others, because, like, it's immediately trying to pop up. And that didn't even register as, like, it's supporting that. That's still got, like, the red sign there of... Come on, I want to put that into that little gap right up here. Why will you not snap there? No, you kind of are, but... being a little finicky trying to get this into the right spot. It's like, I can get it... Okay, maybe I gotta take this thing out, and that's what's screwing it up. Now, why are... Okay, yeah, there's has to be some changes for, like, how it's detecting some stuff, because, like... It feels a little weird that that hasn't snapped into, like, that I'm trying to place it in this specific gap right here. And it's, like, doing all kinds of weird stuff for it. Like, the only thing I can think of is putting that down. And it's still not wanting to. I do see potential there, but there is a bit more where it feels like... Again, this is probably the best way to have gotten the feedback of what to further in, because if you've been designing and coming up with this, you have the intuition of having the hands-on of implementing of, okay, this is how it's supposed to... Or, this is doing what I want it to, compared to, like, brand new and fresh, not really knowing the full thing. I also don't know what F is meaning here, because, like, R I know is to rotate the pillar, that's simple enough to see with the arrows, but F almost looks like it's trying to raise and lower its foundation, yet... Yeah, it's not letting me put it underneath that, for whatever reason. Oh. Now it did. That, and, okay, now I can put that there. Yeah, there's a little... Well, I shouldn't say a little, but there are a number of things that are a little weird to work with and understand from it. Okay. We'll probably just try to go a little further. I might see about doing this as, like, another secondary weekend series, just because I haven't gotten that much done with it right now. Because, like, I've only just learned how to properly make up the ropes. There's probably a fair bit more for the game that we can get into and do. It's just trying to get a little bit familiar with what it wants to do and how it wants to do it. It does also seem... Okay. We'll close that tip because we've already basically done that. Yeah, deconstruct that. Okay, so it's telling us to deconstruct the axe at the thing. I do think that's another one, is show us the symbol of deconstruct this at the workbench symbol. So that way you kind of know the steps it's trying to get you to do. Because I didn't realize there was the axe in this building beforehand. And that's what they wanted from it. And I'm still short. Another thing I might suggest is, since you do have the option of, like, when you're going up with these insects with a tool so that way you could actually get more items than just, like, one individual piece for gathering these shrubs. Like, say if you have, like, a stone sickle or even just a knife, instead of getting just, like, one individual piece of these little dry woods over and over again per bush, you start gathering, like, 2 or 3, just to kind of cut down a little bit on this slow time of steadily gathering stuff in. Just because if you do have it going for every individual item over and over and over and over again, I do think you're going to have a bit of tedium set in of, it just feels like you're doing so much to get so little too often. When you're starting out and you don't have the tools, I think it's fine in that to have that present, but if you do have access to that later on to work for it, it feels like a little bit of reward and progression that's tangibly there. Yeah, okay, so we'll repair all this. That should bring that in order. Restore the walls. I thought I have. Unless maybe I have to... Okay, maybe I have to bring up the ladder too. But it looks like I've got everything repaired that I can see for the most part needing it right now. So yeah, we'll bring that up. Oh, alright, here's the... Another thing is, I think there also has to be a way to access from inside when you want to look at repairing the roof or your structures you're in. Restore the wall, seal the door, do it before it gets dark. Okay, I thought I've done that. Haven't I? Oh, maybe I have to close the door too. There we go. Okay, so that's done. We'll close that. It did say it wants us to deconstruct the axe now, so we'll do that. Yeah, so that's completed. I don't think there's anything else I want to deconstruct right now. We might as well make up a whole new axe. I just want to see... Okay, so we do have a memory slot. Now, what does that... Store chip in slot to upgrade? Oh, okay, I messed that up. I think... I should have paid attention to the little things down there, because I think I had to put that down here, and that connects to the main thing up top. So, again, another thing I think could have been explained a little bit better than just visually, that's all you see. The walls, the fire, da-da-da. Yeah, so we just have to hold out till dawn. Take all the stuff we can, and now we'll see about deconstructing the bow to learn its blueprint. And... it does feel a little weird to deconstruct it, just to basically make it up again to have it. I guess I can understand the premise you want behind it. Actually, let me see how... Oh, there we go. Seems simple enough. Basically just target cursor on what you're trying to target, hold, and let go. Okay, we'll take all that, and you know what? Maybe we'll have a little bit more food. What's in here again? Oh yeah, we'll take that. Might as well take that as well. I should look also at trying to repair more of any of the stilts that might need it down here. At least for the repairs, it doesn't seem like it costs you anything for it, so that is helpful to start off with. Yeah, you know, I'll put another one down there, and let me just check these other barrels out. Okay, so that one had that to it. That one had that. I'm actually kind of surprised looking here. I think it's pretty obvious the red does indicate, like, where there's stress on the building. But those should be supported, so I don't see why it's saying there's no support for that down there. Because, like, you do have the walls and everything here for it. Unless maybe because there's no pillar, like, you need them at certain points? Okay, come on. I see the pillar right there. I'm trying to repair. It's just gotta click on the one spot it's at. Okay, that's in order. It's not night yet. Maybe we'll just... yeah. What I think we'll do is we'll go through the night in the next episode. I just don't want these episodes to go too long as they are, but much better shape now. So yeah, we'll rest here. That should save the game right there. And then we'll come back to this next weekend for a little bit more. For now, though, the potential is here. I think it's just more trying to get it across from the development side of we've made it so we know how it works, to trying to instruct the players and new introductions to the game, how it all functions and that. But I do see the potential. We are off to a much better start now, and next weekend we'll keep going further from there. So thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Nighthold. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. A big thanks I want to give to HypeTrain Digital for reaching out to let me know about the game and giving me the key to check it out early. And I will leave a link to the Steam page in the description for you guys to check it out yourselves, or if you want to wishlist it. But for now, we will wrap things up here. So thank you all once again, and until I see you all in the next video episode, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.